I didn't start playing guitar until I was 17, which means I was well out of Scouts by that point.
So you never had like the guitar around the campfire thing?
Yeah, never showed up to play anything like that. They probably wouldn't have let me bring it anyway, even if we had, but I do feel like I'm not going to, but if I did become a Scout leader, being a Scoutmaster or whatever, that I would bring a guitar with me and we'd have stuff to sing to. And then probably if there were kids who were learning guitar, I'd be also like, yeah, if you want to play a song for people, we can do that, as long as it's something we can all sing along to, right?
Were you like when you left Scouts? Were you interested in doing some sort of advanced scouting thing after you left the sort of main Scouts program?
Venturers comes after that, and then Rovers comes after that. Because Venturers is like age 14 to 17, and then beyond that is Rovers.
And then Wild Rovers.
Yeah, which is 18 to 18 to whatever.
And then after that, you play the Wild Rover no more.
Yeah.
Tamed, domesticated rovers.
Tamed, domesticated rovers.
Yeah.
So, 18 to 25. Thank you, Ikan. It's we had a venturer, but we had one venturer troop in town. I knew a guy who was in it because he was going to the same high school I was, and he was friends with my brother. And I had asked him about it, and he's like, "No, it's fun. It's whatever. We do this thing, that thing." It's like, it's more self-directed, and then when you get to the rover level, it's incredibly self-directed. It's kind of like you venturers have like a couple there to like a one or two, I think, scout leaders there to kind of keep an eye on what you're doing, but they let you make your plans, and then they encourage you to figure that stuff out. And when you're in rovers, I think you probably just have a scout leader who's like, "All right, what do you want to do? Make your plans. I'm only here to stop you from doing the dumbest thing alive, right?"
Yeah, I'm only here to stop you from actually dying.
Yeah, you're gonna get out there. You want to build your own lean-tos. You want to do whatever. Yeah, that's up to you. I'm just the guy with the vehicle, essentially, or I'm just the guy who can like coordinate whatever. But you're to run this thing yourself, so you guys can enjoy yourself. And Rovers have an advisor who's only there once every few weeks. See, yeah, I was given the information. I was never actually told how it goes down. So thank you, Ikan again. When I left Scouts, I realized that I was like, I do not want to go in, like I was all into the idea of going to Ventures when I started Scouts, because I was like having a really good time. And in my last year, trying to get all the work together and trying to get everything up to get my Chief Scout Award, which I, didn't submit all the stuff. I missed the deadline by a week to get everything in. And so because of that, it never got it. I just thought I should go to the Scout store and buy one anyway and be like, "F it, it's mine." I knew I qualified. I knew I was going to get. I did all the things. I handed everything in, but I handed it in too late, and it was like, "Yeah, no, you've missed the deadline. We can't get it there in time." And I was like, "All right, well then, I technically earned it, but didn't get approved for it." So that definitely doesn't follow me around for the rest of my life, obviously. But at that point, I was like, "Man, the stress of doing this. I don't know if I want to keep trying to do more of this." And so I just opted to not be in Venturers at that point. So.
It sounds like it depends on what aspect of the program you're, like if you're interested in the sort of camaraderie, camping in a group like that.
Yeah.
It seems like the Ventures and the Rovers are sort of going off into a more sort of individual outdoor skills kind of thing. So like if you were all about the like having fun around the campfire, it might not actually be sort of what you're interested in.
You get encouraged by it, right? But I think what had happened is that I had somehow transitioned out of the whole like, I'm getting together with like a bunch of people to go do camping and learn all these things and hang out once a week, and eventually got to a point where I was like, I have to go do this stuff all the time. It seems like a lot of effort and a lot of everything put into it. It's not like part of just having fun, and I've just turned into achievement hunter. Right? It's just like, get all the badges, get every badge you can, get all the way up to the top of the thing. 100% this course, right? That's what you need to do.
I need the dopamine from these pieces of fabric.
And that's like a thing that I didn't realize at the time, obviously, but has become clear in my life that I'm like, I'm a 100%er.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't play video games that don't let me 100% kind of thing, right? So otherwise I get really frustrated. So, that was...
At least now you're aware of the fact that is your tendency. So back then it was just sort of like, this is a stressor, and I don't really know why it's a stressor. And now it's sort of, you understand
Yeah, you learn a lot more about yourself as you get older, obviously. So
now we'll drop you alone in the woods.
Yeah, I could probably.
We'll check on you in a week.
Nah, you won't need to wait that long.
What's that show? Naked and Afraid?
Yeah. I mean, I'm confident I could probably keep my stuff together for at least 72 hours. Yeah. Like, I could probably figure that stuff out. If I knew somebody, it's like, they know where they drop me off and they know the route I'm going to follow to come back, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. But if I just ended up somewhere and it's like, people know that I'm supposed to be out here doing stuff and they don't know how to find me other than they know the rough area, it's like, that's gonna worry me a lot. So, but I love all the things of, like, I watched the thing last night about guys making fire starters, where it's like you cut up a matchbox so you have the red phosphorus strike papers, and you like fold it in half over like a wire essentially, and then you pack matches around it, and then you paper tape the matches in place so that it's caught between it, so that when you yank it out, it'll light the things on fire, right? Then, and I love this, they're like, so then what you do is you get some cotton pads, and you wrap them around, like 2 or 3 around them, and you finish them off with like thread to tie them in place. And then make a little fire, and you melt down a bunch of petroleum jelly, and then you soak the pads and everything in petroleum jelly. And the person here did it by, like, I put some wax in a thing, and I put a little tube, and I lowered the thing into the tube, and I poured the molten petroleum jelly. Like, you could soak the damn things in petroleum jelly, and it would be fine. I'm sure you don't have to make a tube and make them round. And then it's like, and then I got these little, like, green balloons that I, like, slid them over top of and stuff. And to light them, you just take it and you go like that, and you just yank the thing out, and it burns for 15 minutes, and I was all excited about that. And I was like, yeah, this rules. This is awesome. So that was what I was, like, I'm like, I just want to play with the gear. Yeah. That's all I want to do.
I've always wanted to actually set up properly one of those perpetual campfires.
Yeah.
Where you have like you build basically a V and you have the logs stacked up.
Oh, it self-feeds itself?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.